music. Your request.
Dreamcatcher Radio.
This is the Englishman who lives in Sweden on Dreamcatcher Radio. How are you? It's been a week, and it's been a week, eh? My goodness. About 45 minutes ago, the Aussies, the Australians, went total mental. They went total mental, and they've put a block on anybody under the age of 16 using social media. Now, what are your thoughts on that? Drop me a line, Mr. Marmite, at dreamcatcherradio.co.uk or Rod Stewart Shows at iCloud.com. I'm interested to know what you think about that, because my daughter, who's 9, she's a fanatic on it. She's always on it, but we monitor it and we make sure that there's no kiddie fiddlers trying to get in touch with her. So I just think the Aussies, they've gone mental, haven't they, on everything. They really have. And of course the Swedes and the Danes, they want to do exactly the same. But in this day and age, seriously, is there any age limit to social media addiction? We're all addicted to it. Everybody. It don't matter how old you are, we're all addicted to it. I know Zelensky is, and he's using it to his means. He's popped over and he's got another billion, a milliard from the Swedes. Where they get their money from, I'll never know. Got another 2.2 billion from Rachel from accounts and Queer Keir. I just cannot stand that man. If he's a man at all, with little rosy cheeks, eh? Don't sit down while Keir's around or you'll get Ukrainian up your... Yeah, you know where I'm going with that, don't you? While we're on about Denmark, I brought my beautiful rescue dog over, Lily. She's a Doggo Argentina, and apparently I was very lucky to get her into the country because they've gone bananas over any breed of dog. I'm going to tell you which breeds are banned from Denmark, because I'm bringing another boy over called Enzo, a Doggo Argentina, who's been in captivity all of his life, and I live in the country now, and I've just figured I've got an opportunity to save a soul. I'll save a soul. I'm going to give you the full list of dogs which are banned in Denmark, but you try and get a taxi driver who speaks Danish. You know what I mean? There's Hungary, Poland, and a few other countries. We're going to go into this in a bit, and they're all building up now towards Polix exit. Well, Polix. Brexit were great, weren't it? So Pole exit. Don't sound the same, does it? Hungary exit. It don't sound the same, but they're all had enough. There's quite a few of them who have had enough. There's a bank, right? This is just a glimpse into the future. This is a glimpse into the future. There's a bank called Advance here in Sweden. I'm not sure if it's in other countries, but people woke up this morning to 0 pennies, pounds, kroners in their bank accounts. Zero. Every single customer. Now, this is just a glimpse into what's coming if we allow digital ID, digital currency, and a digital euro. One day, we're all going to wake up and it's all gone, apart from the 3% who sit on the top. Of course, their money never disappears. They just steal it from us, don't they? But, this is pretty scary. The guy who was on TV4 News, he really had a problem to get it out. He was just like, you could see him like a rabbit in headlights. He was like totally shocked. So I wrote into TV4 and I said, has a TV presenter got an account with Advance? And the last I'd heard, all people's bank accounts were still showing 0. So if you've got a few bob put away and it's in Advance, you might want to check it out. This is a danger with digital currency, digital IDs. We've got nothing to do. You say something they don't like, boom, they shut you down. You say something they don't like or do something they don't like, boom, they take all your money. It's not good times. And, in Sweden, it's been a quiet week. Only 2 bombs, 2 shootings, and a teacher stabbed at school. Things are looking up. Welcome to Dreamcatcher Radio. We've got so much to get through to today. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to play some right tunes as well. Starting with this one from the Cult, She Sells Sanctuary. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Englishman in Sweden on Dreamcatcher Radio. Stick with me for the next 2 hours. It's going to be mental. Yeah, baby.
Make my back
tune. Ian Astbury, what a singer. I remember watching them with my big friend, Big Peter, in Copenhagen when they blew Aerosmith off stage. They did. They blew them off stage. But Ian Astbury's a total fruitcake. It's not wired up right, that's for sure. Well, good afternoon and welcome to Dreamcatcher Radio. I want to say hello to Jamie P, Jamie Preston and Karen over there in Mallorca. How the bloody hell are you? It's been a while. I've seen that you're, after 20 years, you've closed the doors on the best cafe restaurant in Alcudia. We had some good times, didn't we? We did, my goodness. But you know, this with the social media blocking under 16s, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. It's just to stop them sharing the truth and views. And they're already finding ways around it. That's the thing that these idiots in charge don't understand. I mean, Australia's gone ape. They've gone mental, haven't they, on control. I mean, I was there a couple of years back and I didn't recognise it. But, you know, since COVID, I think everything's changed. And a very good friend of mine, Natalie Gray, she's a brilliant singer, great singer. I was just scouring through the internet, you know, the other day, and I came across Natalie. And I'm just going to read to you now what she said about the entertainment and hospitality sector since COVID. I mean, that was their first attempt to shut everything down, weren't it? That was the first try they had to destroy socialising. I mean, now they're doing it to the pubs. All the pubs are closing down. £8 a pint. Come on, get real. How can you do that? How can you do that to the Brits? They don't want us all gathering together and sharing our thoughts and sharing information that they don't control. We are getting up like China, all of us. Australia have gone full bore on it. I'm going to talk about New Zealand as well a little bit later. Jacinda Ardern and her cokehead boyfriend and drug dealing boyfriend or husband now, and now that she's a dame and she's on the Graham Norton show, she's doing the rounds, isn't she? I think she's done the rounds before, I tell you. Well, let's get back to Natalie. Natalie Gray, she's a great singer, and this is what she's had to say after obviously having a pretty crap gig the other night. I don't know where it was, but I won't say either. You know, we've got to keep some integrity about this show. I do know what that word means. Right, since COVID, this is Natalie Grace talking, right, on, I think it's Facebook, so give her a follow, she's great, she's a great singer. Since COVID, I have noticed a difference in people's attitudes towards singers and live music. People don't give a SHIT anymore. I'm not swearing anymore because I'm getting sponsors now and they don't like it when I use words like shit, so I won't use it. But people don't give a anymore. Not everyone, not every venue, but I feel like you could put Whitney in there and they'd still talk as loud as possible they possibly can with the backs to you on the mobile telephones. Good point. You'd get kicked out of the club for talking while the act was on back in the day. Now it's a free-for-all. Is anyone else finding this? Well, Natalie, I hope you're listening, and I certainly am. I'm certainly feeling this. I did Huffsaler, brilliant venue in Borstad. I've just done 4 Christmas shows there. And the first 3 were epic, and the 4th one, the most people there, totally sold out. They could have sold it out twice on Saturday. And it took me a good hour to get people going. Anybody who's seen me performing know that I'm pretty quick to do that, but it was really difficult. They were just sat talking and drinking, and, you know, the bosses paid for the drinks, so they're all getting hammered. I honestly feel, this is Natalie again, I honestly feel like jacking it all in. Don't we all? I'm applying for truck driving jobs. Yes, or just driving jobs. I might even go back to hairdressing. My little home, which is mine, in that corner there, I'm going to put an old-style barber's chair, and I'm going to start cutting hair again, and I'm going to get a Mercedes Van Vimo and convert it into a mobile hairdressing salon, because I refuse to pay £1,000 a month to rent a chair, and I don't want to cut arseholes there. I don't want to do all these zigzags, and, you know, I don't want to do anybody's hair. I'm going to call it music for hair for my generation. And if you're under 30 or 40 and you don't speak Swedish or English, then I'm not going to cut your hair. But this is Natalie again. I honestly feel like jacking it all in. It isn't what it used to be. The money and the love of singing just isn't worth it anymore. I agree totally. It's making me miserable. It made me miserable as well, Natalie. And the worst thing is they shout out for more at the end and say how fantastic you are. Where has the respect gone? There is no respect, is there? There's zero respect for anything that we do. Although it may look easy, us singers aren't all as confident as we portray on stage. We have trained and studied to do what we do. We buy our expensive equipment, travel thousands of miles a year, and try to make people forget their worries for a few hours. It isn't easy. It's an art. It's an act. Natalie Grace, I agree with every single word you've said. And this one's for you. Because you are one. Dreamcatcher Radio. Englishman in Sweden. Good afternoon. Copy OXX. Michael Hutchins, he was a brilliant singer, weren't he? I think he had a child together with Polly H, didn't he? Suicide blonde. Suicide blonde. Well, you know what? I think Michael, you actually had a premonition when you wrote that song, didn't you? I mean, didn't he top himself, asphyxiate himself, having kinky sex? I think, as I understand it, right? Because my first wife, Tina. Hello, Tina, wherever you are. Not seen you for years. You were a cracker, you weren't you? And she was her best friend. She was one of the. I mean, people of a certain age in our country will remember this now. When you used to go into Bins or Miss Selfridge's, and there were the makeup girls. Or Harrods. There was the makeup girls, weren't there? And they were always dolled up to the nines, and they always looked the absolute dog's bollocks, didn't they? Well, I married one of them, a girl called Tina. She was beautiful, lovely girl. And we split up amicably. I think that's the right word when you do it on good terms, isn't it? We were too young. I was too young. I was 19. 1919. But she was a model, and she roomed quite often with Paula Yates, of all people. And through the years, she sort of lost touch with her. But the last time I spoke to her was when Paula met her sad demise. And she called me to tell me, because I met Paula a few times. But her mate, Alison, was together with Warren Cann, the drummer from Ultravox, one of my all-time favourite bands. And I've told you the story when I picked him up at the airport and went into Air Studios, met George Michael, Paul McCartney. It was just an amazing experience. And great times. We were young. It was the 80s, and life was just so great when it was free. We were free. And everything were just wonderful. The music, the love, the sex, it were abundant. And then HIV came, didn't it? That was Bill Gates' first attempt at culling the crowd, so to say. But now things are not free. And for the people listening abroad to Dreamcatcher Radio, you might be interested to know that in February, the new ETA scheme comes into effect in the UK. It's already started in Europe. I know I flew back from Cyprus last month, and it's a nightmare. For me, it's not that bad because I'm living in Sweden and I've got Swedish permanent residency, and I can prove that I live here, so I can travel freely as I want. But you know, anybody else on a British passport coming from outside the Schengen, you're really in the trouble. It's a right mess. I will go into depth in this after the winter season, when you're all starting to travel. I'll do all the research and I'll find out the easiest ways for you to travel. And you can't get around it. It's as simple as that. You won't get stamps in your passport anymore. It's all going to be digital. You're going to have your eyes scanned, your fingerprints taken, photographed, and when your 90 days is up, if you overstay, you're done. They'll come out the woodwork, you know, the Gestapo. And it just makes me laugh because, you know, if you want to go anywhere in the world now, jump in a dinghy. Don't you? Call yourself Abdul. You'll be all right. But if you're travelling without an ETA, you will be denied entry into the UK from February the 25th, 2026. You will be unable to travel to the UK without an electronic travel authorization, bracketed ETA. Visitors from 85 nationalities, including the United States, Canada and France, who do not need a visa, will not be able to legally travel to the UK without the ETA. I mean, what were it, the last count 2 days ago? 12,000 Gazans, what do you call them, Palestinians, Gazas from Gaza, Syria and Afghanistan have been flown in just to Manchester Airport in the night. It's insane. It really is insane. The boats are cutting down because the weather's crap, so they're bloating. Oh, we're bringing the numbers down. You're not bringing the numbers down. There's a group of guys who are going over there slashing the boats, doing your job, who are bringing the numbers down. And the weather's bringing the numbers down. So to keep the invasion, the illegal invasion, the acts of treason which this government is continuing what the previous government did, they're flying them into just Manchester. I think it's 13 or 14,000 now they've flown in. But visitors, I say, from 85 nations who previously were allowed to travel to the UK will now need an ETA. This is a significant step towards digitalising the immigration system and paves the way for a contactless UK border in the future. It's contactless if you're coming from France, innit? Eh? It's contactless there. Well, it's not. You get contact when you land because they just throw everything at you. And I said this a few weeks back, and seriously, I really want to do this. I want to get some of the listeners together with me, and I want to go over to Calais, and I want to come over in a rubber boat, and I want to I can do a mobile broadcast from the middle of the ocean. We've got technology for that now, and we can have a sing-song and a laugh while we're doing it. But Dreamcatcher Radio listeners, contact me, Mr. Marmite, dreamcatcherradio.co.uk, or contact the station owner, Bradders, if you fancy joining me on a rubber boat on a trip from France to the UK without any paperwork. None of us have any paperwork, and pretend we can't speak English and see what they do. I think it'll be fun. I think we should get it filmed as well. It shouldn't just be a live broadcast on the radio. We should film it as well and document it. Now, with this ETA, the airlines will check you have permission to travel, enhancing the UK's border security. It's an absolute joke, innit? And I wrote under this article, come on a dinghy, and I've been slaughtered by the woke, by the lefties. I can't answer my phone. on the radio. Somebody obviously doesn't realise I'm broadcasting, and I don't recognise the number, so I won't answer it anyway. Hey, I made the mistake of putting the address out there, and now I'm getting calls for wanting electricity. Do you want this? Do you want that? It's like, get out. I'm not interested at all. I'm here for my kids. So I will say at a later date, I will go into depth about this ETA. And I know Jamie, if you're still there, how did you find it, mate? I know Jamie for over 20 years from Alcudia in Spain. And he had a brilliant restaurant, cafe called Fox's Arms. We had some wonderful times, and after 20 years he's laid it down. But now he's a massive Leicester supporter. You know, anybody who supports the team, I have big respect. And he flies back from Spain a lot to the UK to watch Leicester. Why waste your money on that shower? I don't know. It's like me watching West Ham. It's not great times at the moment. But share your experiences, Jamie, how it was travelling. But you know, I'm gonna play you a great tune now. I've got some cracking tunes lined up now, and when I come back, we're going to talk about Zelensky's latest visit to number 10, where the cat came out to say hello. Do we care that the cat came out to say hello? No, I don't. What I do care about is that he's giving another 2.2 or 2.3 billion to the Ukraine, and that Sweden are giving another billion to Ukraine and Zelensky, even though there is a massive investigation into the corruption in the Ukraine. Zelensky's right-hand man is gone, 100 million richer. The corruption is astronomical, and I think what they're all afraid about now is following the money trail and finding out that everywhere who's been giving them money, they're all getting kickbacks. Whilst we struggle and suffer and strive to put food on the plates and presents under the Christmas tree for our children, I think it absolutely sucks. But let's go back in time with a brilliant band called Echo and the Bunnymen. I've got some cracking tunes for you now. This is Michael Dean, the Englishman in Sweden, on Dreamcatcher Radio. Hello. This is Killing Moon.
Under blue moon I saw you, so soon you'll take me up in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him. In starlit nights I saw you, so cruelly you kissed me. Your lips a magic world, your sky all hung with jewels. The killing moon will come too soon. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him. desolate though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him. You give yourself to him.
Chilling Moon, or the Killing Moon I should say, Echo and the Bunnymen. What happened to them?
Up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him.
It wasn't just the music, was it, in the 80s? It was the vibe. Anybody old enough to remember it, or remember how happy we were? A lot of my mates were coloured, black, I don't know what we're supposed to call people anymore. All I know is that the white people were 8% of the world's population now. We are the minority. Great song by Echo and the Bunnymen. Right, Ukraine is shaken by the losses, not only on the battlefield, but is losing its credibility in corruption that goes all the way to the top. Zelensky is hard employed in what remains of their parliament, and it's fully understandable. Now, I talked about this last week. At the moment, Ukraine are losing between 2,000 and 3,000 people a day. A week. Even this late stage of the war, it's astronomical amount of people. Another hole in the alliance has appeared with the West, in that Turkey, Bulgaria, Romania have had enough of the threats. A ship into the Black Sea, for example. Romania sunk a Ukrainian maritime drone. Interesting. I don't know if you can sink a drone. These countries are central to various deliveries to the Ukraine and its primary weapons. Now, Denmark, who've banned dogs, they've got a weapon depot and production facility in Copenhagen, and wonder why they are targeted by Russia. They are a legitimate target now, as is Sweden. They're building a monumental, massive, state-of-the-art drone building facility about half an hour away from where I am, which means we are all now targets in the south of Sweden. And if they drop a bomb in the south of Sweden, you're not getting away with it in the north of Sweden. The coalition of the willing, I call this the coalition of the idiotic. The coalition of the willing encounters patrols in the EU and NATO. Italy has skipped the arms supply agreement, and Meloni ordered diplomacy. The US has stopped all arms deliveries via Germany to Ukraine without warning. They have also completely broken all military direct lines with Germany. Does not share information or consultation with Germany, because Germany pass it all on to the Ukraine, and that's how they've been managing to pick things off. Now, America and Israel have stopped all information intelligence sharing with the United Kingdom because they've said Britain is an unsafe place, and a lot of leaks that are coming out are coming from the UK, thanks to Sayed Khan and all these people when they sat in on Cobra meetings and etc. etc. So we're sat on our own, isolated with Trident, and the last 2 times they've tried to launch from Trident, it's gone off like a wet fart, and one of the missiles went 3 meters in the air and flopped into the ocean. I bet those in the submarine weren't happy, but our nuclear deterrent isn't really a deterrent anymore, and if Putin wanted to wipe us out, he could do it in a second flat. The Commission now has its own serious corruption problems, right? This is the Commission which is investigating the Ukrainian government. They've got their own serious corruption problems with police councils against Keller's office. Ursula, who has just managed to escape dissatisfaction votes, which I don't know how she managed to do that. I don't know how she managed to keep her job. She's just a vile vampire, isn't she? She's a horrible piece of work. But the EU, a big miscalculation when the EU countries do not want to contribute to, as Ursula wants. Belgium has refused to use the Russian assets, and the EBC has rejected, and the ECB has rejected loans with Russian assets as security. Now, if I was to walk into a bank, right? If I was to walk into a bank and open 20 safety deposit boxes and take the money out and say I'm just borrowing it because Helsingborg and Helsinki are a bit of a trouble, so I'm going to supply some arms to the lot on this side to fight the lot on the other side, would that be legal? No. Now they're on about billions. They're on about stealing billions of Russian money. Now, this is not all, obviously, Putin's money. This is Russian oligarchs, and they put the money away, and now Ursula wants to take it all. Those who make up the core of the alliance of the willing are all weak leaders who can fall any day. That's Macron, Starmer, Krautz, whatever his name is, that tall, idiotic German, and Ursula. She's just a vile creature, isn't she? It may be time to expect rapid changes in power conditions in the near future. Trump's next step may very well be to remove American resources, including nuclear weapons, from NATO, and to completely stop arms sales to NATO and the Ukraine. Now, if he does that, what the hell is Zelensky going to do? You know, Putin wanted peace 3 years ago, and Boris Johnson stopped it. It was corrupted by Biden. We all know that. Talked about it several times on the show. And Boris Johnson got £1 million from an arms dealer, and they could have stopped the bloodshed and stopped the war. As it is now, Russia have really, really crushed the front line of the Ukraine, and there is nothing that can stop Russia's advances now. And if Putin wanted to, he could take the whole of the Ukraine. He's been fighting NATO all this time, only NATO haven't been admitting it. As it stands now, there's pockets of Ukrainian soldiers encircled, and, well, it's a killing field. It's a meat grinder. And as a few months back, Putin had given him an escape route. Now he's not. He's going for the kill, wiping out what's left of the brave Ukrainian army. They're only doing the job, aren't they? It's just, well, it's unbelievable what's happening. How it's being allowed to carry on is beyond me. It's an unwinnable war for NATO, the West, the miscalculated Putin, and Putin's just gone up yours. So Zelensky, if I were you, you're unelected now, your mandate's out. I'd take your billions, I'd take your lovely wife, pack her into your Bugatti, and sod off.
My lover's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral. Knows everybody's disapproval. I should've worshipped her sooner. If the heavens ever did speak, she's the last true mouthpiece. Every Sunday's getting more bleak, a fresh poison each week. We were born sick, you heard them say it. My church offers no absolutes. She tells me worship in the bedroom. The only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you. I was born sick, but I love it. Command me to be well. Amen. 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 Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, the good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, the good God, let me give you my life. If I'm a pagan of the good time, my love is the sunlight. Keep the goddess on my side. She demands a sacrifice. Drain the whole sea, get something shiny, something meaty for the main course. Let's a fine looking high horse. What you got in the stable? We've a lot of starving faithful. That looks tasty, that looks plenty. This is hungry work. Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me my deathless death, the good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me my deathless death, the good God, let me give you my life. No masters or kings when the ritual begins. There is no sweeter innocence than ardent sin. In the madness and soil of that sad earthly scene, only then I am human, only then I am clean. Oh, amen. Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, the good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, the good God, let me give you my life.
What a great song. Absolutely. Take Me to Church by Hosier. I like them, and I'm going to play some Elbow a bit later as well. I like Elbow. But whilst we're on talking on the subject of Europe, you see, I've got... I'll do that. Matala, Crete, first week in July. Book me up for it. I'm on game for it. But whilst we're on the subject of Europe, because I've got a bit of a heads up to many of you people who are listening, because you're in the United Kingdom and America and different places, and I live and excuse me, I live and breathe Europe every day, for better or for worse. Now, the Polish foreign minister has accused the president of preparing the ground for EU exit for Poland. God, I hope it happens. I hope it happens, because the EU is it's just like, you know, I shared an image the other day on my social media platforms with, this is Europe, and it were all the countries, and this is the EU, and it was a little picture of Brussels, one building. That's how it is. We're dominated and told what to do and pay taxes for God knows what, and they're all corrupt and they're all rimming each other. And you know, I went to Brussels some years ago, and there's a bar near there. It's got like all the different beers all lined up. Hey Lily, my dog's come to say hello. And they've got all the beers lined up. You start at one end normal and you come out the other end of it, a European politician. That's what I always say. Now, President Karol Nawrocki is deliberately creating the psychological and political groundwork for Poland to leave the European Union. Polexit. It's good. According to Sikorski, sorry Polish listeners, I can't pronounce this, the President's criticism of the EU is not aimed at reform, but at undermining European integration. And I think it's about bloody time. That's what I think. I really do, because it sucks. The minister warned that hints of a conspiracy against Poland from the EU are dangerous and could lead to a real rupture within the bloc. Let's hope so. Severely harming Polish citizens. And well, you know, considering that they want to bring the Ukraine in, and considering that the Ukraine have launched Russian drones at Poland, trying to get Poland dragged into the war that Poland ought to be involved in, then I think I think is right on the money. Experts point out that leaving the EU would have serious economic consequences. Well, look at Britain. Britain is on its knees since leaving the EU, not because of Brexit, but because the powers that to be, the civil servants, did everything they could in their power to stop the actual meaning of Brexit from happening. So that's just my opinion. Experts point out that leaving the EU would serious economic consequences. Farmers could lose subsidies, exporters would face tariffs, and recognition of professional qualifications would become more difficult. And so it should. So it should. Because I'm an hairdresser by trade, and I'm going to say start cutting hair again here, and I have to have all my documentation and the papers. I've not done it for a few years. I cut mates there. But, you know, I'm 63, I'm unemployable, I sing, and that industry is on its arse, and I'm just looking for what to do. I've applied for, this is a fact now, I'm telling you now, I applied for 20 jobs last week, and 6 of them came back to me, oh, your credentials are right, but you're too old. They actually said it, you're too old. That's ageism for you right there in Sweden. The other 12 or 13 just haven't bothered answering me. That's ignorance at height. And then they say when you apply for a job, they want you to have 3 or 4 years experience. How can you have 3 or 4 years experience when you can't get a job? It's pretty mental, isn't it? Well, the EU bloc, I hope it collapses. I hope it collapses and we go back to every country having individual agreements with each other. That would make me very happy. Let's have a bit of Rod. Dreamcatcher Radio with Michael Dean, the Englishman in Sweden. Good afternoon. Tune in. Cindy Incidentally. What a track.
Oh, Cindy, ain't you noticed that several of your friends have moved on? And the street outside is just a little too quiet, and your local papers run out of news. I'm not persuading you or disengaging you, but Cindy, you and me gotta move. Can you refuse? No time to lose. We'll hit the high road early this morning, so don't be late, don't hesitate. This dream can pass just as fast as lightning. Oh, Cindy, incidentally, baby, I ain't putting you on. Can you refuse? We've nothing to lose. We'll hit the high road early this morning, so don't be late, don't hesitate. This dream can pass just as fast as lightning. Oh, Cindy, don't you worry, 'cause between us we can make it through. There ain't nothing, no, nothing in the world I can do without you. So, Cindy, get your coat on, leave the red with the gent up in the penthouse. Turn your music so loud, let's attract a big crowd and drink around till there's time to bid goodbye.
You're looking well, darling. Oh, Rod Stewart, the man I've spent years making my living impersonating. Not that you know, looking at me today. That's a side effect of the C19 vaccine. You give me MS and destroyed my life. And Rod's still rocking. I saw an interesting article in the paper today that Penny were all crying and about something. I couldn't be bothered to read it because I've had enough of tears and crying. I think it's like, had enough of that. Let's have some laughs. Let's have some fun. Let's have sex. Let's bring back free sex. Meet somebody like a dog. Have a sniff and get stuck in. Those days have all gone. In the 80s, they were proper, weren't they? Everything were proper. But right, I just want to fill you in this. In New Zealand, they've been having a few earthquakes again. And I've been down there 7 times. I've toured the insanely beautiful country. And Jacinda Ardell, Jessie, the horse-faced, devil-worshipping World Economic Forum whore. I might get into trouble for that one, but I don't care. Now, she was on Graham Norton the other night and talking, and she's been put on this pedestal like she's something great, something good. You know, she did so many wonderful things for New Zealand. I was in New Zealand when Jacinda decided to shut the whole place down. Bit of a knee-jerk reaction. I was commenting on somebody's feed today in New Zealand, and they said that I was the most empathic, most the one of the worst creatures I've ever come across in their life, because I said Jacinda was the devil's daughter. Now, I talked about this briefly before, about how she wouldn't even allow Kiwis. She wouldn't allow Kiwis back into New Zealand to see the dying relatives. She just blocked everybody out, except for Gaylord. Hey, Gaylord's their partner. Yes. And convicted drug dealer. Yes. Together with the World Economic Forum's showgirl, Jacinda Ardell. And Gaylord, he was allowed to bring in his mates and the Wiggles and DJs, while people like me spent thousands of dollars trying to get our visas put back into place and were refused because the country was on shutdown, on lockdown. And if you talk to the majority of Kiwis or Maoris, they will all say the same, that Jacinda Ardern is a bitch. She destroyed New Zealand. 5 years later, they're still paying the price for what she did. And her reward was a job with William, Prince William, our future king, another World Economic Forum toad, and with one of his charities, and now she's landed some other plum job, and they're trying to feed her down the throats of all the people that she's the next best thing since Jesus Christ our Lord. She isn't. And as this is all going on, in the oceans, in the 7 seas, on the waters of Tasmania, it's 7 against 1. 7 Chinese warships quietly shadowing a single New Zealand Navy vessel. Sounds like a scene from a Cold War thriller, but this was real, and it's happening now. While officials call it professional, many Kiwis see something more confronting, a calculated show of power by the Chinese. New Zealand was enforcing United Nations sanctions in international water, doing exactly what international law allows. Yet the sheer scale of the shadowing seems a message far louder than any diplomatic statement ever could. Now, the Chinese have also been rattling the sabre about not being allowed to build a monster and mega embassy above the communication lines in central London. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, what could possibly go wrong? You know, China, who build a power station a week, while our leaders are trying to turn us green. They're all pillocks, aren't they? This wasn't just about observation. It was about presence, pressure, and perception. When a small independent nation is trailed by a regional superpower's fleet, it raises uncomfortable questions. How free are our seas, really? How safe is our sovereignty becoming in an increasingly tense Pacific? What worries people most isn't that it happened, it's that it might soon feel normal. and that should concern all Kiwis. It should actually concern all of us, because the Chinese just do not care, do they? They don't care. They want, they take. Me want this country, I take. They're building that Silk Road, they're calling it, aren't they? Which is just going to connect Africa. They've already taken all of Africa, while America was sleeping at the wheel, and while Starmer was giving away the Schengen's islands, and he's going to give away the Falklands. We know that, don't we? Because Keir Starmer is just, well, I'm sure it's a woman. I'm sure it's a transvestite. Hey, I mean, the China are taking over everything, and you know what? There's nothing we can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Let's have a bit of the Eurythmics. Annie Lennox. I love Annie Lennox. And Metro, I'll tell you a story about that when I come back. This is Englishman in Sweden on Dreamcatcher Radio. Good afternoon.
Here comes the rain again, falling on my
Oh, the wonderful sound of Eurythmics and Annie Lennox. And I'll be... Oh, how long ago is this now? Must be 12, 13 years ago. I was living in a place called Ilietas in Mallorca, and some of the West Ham boys, the ISF boys, came over. Clive, Paul, Johnny Hampton came over to visit, and one day we took a trip out to Solar. You go on this train through the mountains, it's all very nice, and then you get hammered when you get to Solar. And we went into a cafe which I've been in many times, and Annie Lennox was a regular in that cafe. She's got a place out there. Lovely woman. All the time in the world for her. And she was sat there, and she was sat with some scruffy-looking geezer with like a silly hat on his head. And Clive's like, and this is Clive, right, his ICF, proper hard case. He's like, Dana, is that Annie Lennox? I went, yeah, Clive, it is, mate. Oh, do you think I can get a selfie with her? I love the Eurythmics. Now, this is an animal who ran with the top boys all through the 70s and 80s with the ICF. Cut long story short, it went over, and, well, I went over. Hi, Annie, is it possible that my friend here has got no shirt on, his tattoos everywhere, looks like an animal? And I said, is it possible for him to get a selfie with you? And she went, of course it is, darling. And so Clive got a photograph with her. And then he turned around and he said to the guy, you are a scruffy F, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, and why don't you give the money back you stole from Live Aid? Bob kettled off. The next time Annie Lennox saw me in Solar, she ran. Oh, but still, that's all part and parcel of life, isn't it? You know, this morning on the Swedish TV4, I mean, everyone's got this picture about Sweden being this sanctuary, this wonderful, wonderful place. It's already surpassed the bombings last year. It's not a nice... I'm going to give you some statistics in a minute. But when TV4 on the news warns of corruption in Swedish society because criminals have taken over, then you really know it's bad, don't you? Oh, you really do. This is the national television news warning that corruption in Sweden society is because the criminals have taken over the country. You do know it's bad. Now, I'm going to just give you some statistics here, right? This is from a little place called Helsingborg and surrounding. It's where I spent 25 years of my life. And I'm just going to give you a look through the past week of the crimes which are logged on their website. This is just one police station covering Helsingborg's 120,000 and surrounding areas, maybe 250,000 people, population 300 pushing at the tops up to Landskrona. And this is not talking about Malmo. This is what's on the website of is a summary. On the 2nd, traffic crimes and drunk drivers, December the 8th, which is not unusual because they've got time to catch drink drivers. A woman aged 35 is suspected of aggravated driving off after being stopped and running over the police. Helsingborg, a 25-year-old man suspected of drug driving, gross illegal driving, and used a soft drink after a single accident, drove off and aimed at police. Did you get this? He aimed his car at the police. Burn and damage in Landskrona. This was, let's have a look, 17 cars set on fire. December the 4th in Perstop, which is a tiny little place, a villa fire. It says no suspicion of crime, but they can't tell you what started it, so in my opinion that means it was an arson attack. Violence and disorder in Svarlov, which is a tiny little place, 2 young people stabbed in the railway station. Landskrona, gross abuse of a young man, 2 suspected predators, 17 and 18-year-old arrested for attempted stabbings. Helsingborg the 5th, a man in his 50s, this is horrible, I remember I was talking about this on social media. A man in his 50s, a school teacher, was stabbed by a 12-year-old. Who'd be a teacher today, eh? I know I wouldn't. Let's have a look in Hoggines. Aggravated robbery of gold and jewellery store. They went in with guns and knives and stole everything. In Helsingborg, a man robbed in connection with a drug purchase, took all of his money, beat him up and stabbed him. December 5th, this is horrible. Injured puppies found on the ground, suspected of serious animal cruelty. The puppies have been driven to animal hospital by police, and luckily I'm pleased to say have survived. A bomb was found in Helap. It's a little place. A bomb was found, and the bomb protection squad was called, and they disarmed it. Landsveg, another bomb was found. 3 arrested on suspicion of rape. That was in between Landskrona and Malmo. That's just one page from one police station in Sweden, and it's a small area. I mean, where I am in Ängelholm, nothing happens. They think it's an happening when I come out with my dog because they've not seen one like her. But I mean, if that gives you a general picture of what's happening everywhere, bombs, knifings, no shootings luckily, but rape, robberies, it's all gone mad, hasn't it? It's all gone absolutely mad. And I'm missing the summer. Here's a bit by Maiden. Good afternoon, you're listening to The Englishman in Sweden on Dreamcatcher Radio. Howdy.
White man came across the sea. He brought us pain and misery. He killed our tribes. He killed our creed. He took our game for his own need. We fought him hard. We fought him well. Out on the plains, we gave him hell. But when it came, too much for free. Oh, will we ever be set free? Riding through dust clouds and barren wastes, galloping hard on the plains, chasing the redskins back to their holes, fighting them at their own game. Murder for freedom, the stab in the back, women and children are cowards attack. Run to the hills, run for your lives. Run to the hills, run for your lives. Soldier blue in the barren wastes, hunting and killing's a game. Raping the women and wasting the men, the only good Indians are tame. Selling them whiskey and taking their gold, enslaving the young and destroying the old. Run to the hills, run for your lives. Run to the hills, run for your
Go on, Bruce.
Run to the hills, run for your lives. Run to the hills, run for your lives. Run to the hills, run for your lives.
Go on. Don't try it in those notes unless you're wearing latex, Bruce Dickinson, what a singer. And of course Steve Harris, the bass player, massive West Ham fan. Oh, you know what? Let's have a look back at Britain. I've got some interesting stuff. We've talked about Sweden, all the crime and all the problems. Talked about Europe, all the crime and all the problems, and it's just one big tumble dryer of crap in it at the moment. Everything. We just want to enjoy life. We want to get on with it. We want to have some fun. Go out to a pub and not spend £9 a pint. We want to go out and, I'm a single guy. I'm going to talk about that in a bit, actually. This website that I found, it's amazing. I'll talk about that in a bit. But before that, let's have a look at Britain and the arrest rates. I'm going to give you a few statistics now about the good old United Kingdom. Some of you might be aware of them, but I think a lot of you aren't. Arrest rates in the UK. Now, this is per 1,000 people. 12 British people are arrested. It doesn't say for what crime. It just says that 12 from 1,000 British people are arrested. Somalians, 64.6 of every 1,000 Somalians in the United Kingdom are arrested for crime. Moroccans, 70 from 1,000 are arrested. Algerians, 72.7 people from 1,000 are arrested for crime, usually serious crimes. Iraqis, 92.9 from 1,000 arrested. And here we go, let's get to the fun part. Afghanis, 106.9 Afghanis, from 1,000 are arrested for serious crime in the United Kingdom. And topping the list is Albanians with a 209.8. So that's nearly 20% of all Albanians in the United Kingdom are arrested for serious crime. Doesn't that make you sleep well at night? That's an interesting statistic, that, isn't it? Now let's have a look at the tax money spent so far with Labour. This is our taxes spent by Queer Keir, Lego Head. What's her name? I can't even remember. Oh, she's coming back as well, isn't she? What's her name? The old ginger growler. Angela Rayner. She's not paid the 40 grand back, and she's coming back to a ministerial post, and they reckon she's going to be the next PM. That'd be a laugh, won't it? My God, I'm talking about setting the standard low, but this is so far what Labour has spent of our tax monies. 235 million quid to the Ukraine, 225 to Ethiopia, 171 million, this is all million, right? Afghanistan, 145 million to Syria, 144 million to Yemen. They're bombing these people as well. A lot of the time, these are all where the Houthis and the Hamas are all hiding. 143 million to Somalia, 270 million to Sudan, 130 million to Pakistan. They're the highest percentage of illegals in Britain are Pakistanis, including the Home Secretary, Mahbouba Shahbouba. You could make a song about that, couldn't you? 117 million to Nigeria. Now, Nigeria, they need all the help they can get because they're being persecuted. The Christians are being persecuted, aren't they? It's a shocking state of affairs what's happening there. Then you got the Congo. Now, the Congo, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, this is one of the countries that Mahbouba Shahbouba's banning, probably because they're Christian. I'm going to save the biggest number till last. Palestine, 130 million. Pakistan's 100 million. I got the numbers wrong. 80 million to Kenya, 68 million to Jordan, which is a rich country, 65 million to Myanmar, 62 million to Bangladesh, 60 million to Nepal. Now, half of Nepal is in Cyprus and Greece working cheap. 56 million to Lebanon, 56 million to Tanzania, 50 million to Malawi, wherever that is. And here we go. Here's the top donation from the British taxpayers so far this year. The World Health Organization with 310 million quid. Oh, come on. Oh, and then let's get round to my favourite bell end of the week, Ed Miliband. He's from Doncaster. It's embarrassing because I'm from Doncaster. Let's have a look now at they've actually missed Sweden off of this chart because Sweden's electric bills are going up by 10%. It's astronomical. It's like £2 a kilowatt, which is 20p a kilowatt, and luckily my house is not that big and it's compact and it's above a heated building, so it's not that bad. But this is the average energy prices with our neighbours and us. Finland, this is a year, I would imagine. It can't be a month. And you never know. You never know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's a month. Finland, £476. Norway, £543. Austria, £545. It's not, this is like doing the World Cup. Did you watch the draw for the World Cup? Wasn't it embarrassing? Holland, £546. Or euros, sorry. Denmark, €558. Germany, €558. Spain, €620. Now, I think these numbers must be wrong, because when I lived in Spain, I was paying 150 a month. So I think there's something. It's annual. Thank you, Steve. That's the station manager filling me in. Belgium, €650. France, €650. And then Britain, topping the list for a change. It's not the Eurovision Song Contest. It is monthly. I thought it was monthly. Because I live in Sweden, and sometimes my bills are astronomical. The UK, it's not the Eurovision, so we're going to be top of the list for something. Our average energy prices are £2,585 a month. I mean, how is that even legal? How is that even legal? It surely can't be legal, can it? You know? Talking about fleecing a dead dog. They make me sick. All these politicians make me puke. They really do. They get... I don't know why they think they've got the right to do this. But they're doing it. And they're fleecing us. And they are destroying our amazing countries. Let's have a bit of Madonna. Welcome to Trickcatcher Radio with the Englishman in Sweden, Michael Dean. Good afternoon. It's raining here in Sweden.
It's coming. Rain, feel it on my fingertips, hear it on my window, lay your lips coming down like rain. Wash away my sorrow, take away my pain. Your lips coming down like rain. When your lips are burning mine, and you take the time to tell me how you feel. When you listen to my words, and I know you heard. I know it's real. Rain is what the thunder brings. For the first time, I can hear my heart sing. Call me a fool, but I know I'm not. I'm gonna stand out here on the mountain top till I feel your rain. Feel it on my fingertips, hear it on my window pane. Your love's coming down like rain. Wash away my sorrow, take away my pain. Your love's coming down like rain. When you looked into my eyes and you said goodbye, could you see my tears? When I turned the other way, did you hear me say I'd wait for all the dark clouds bursting in a perfect sky? You promised me when you said goodbye that you'd return when the storm was done. And now I'll wait for the light, I'll wait for the sun.
charity that makes a huge difference to children's education, welfare and safety. And we're looking to you, our listeners, to donate just £1. We average 20,000 listeners every month, and that would make a huge difference to the project. All we ask you to do is donate just £1 to the Angel Starfish Project, and if you check out our website, Dreamcatcher Radio, for £1 of hope on the GoFundMe page, you'll be able to see the link there to donate. Please, 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 give generously. Give £1, because pennies make pounds, and pounds make a huge difference. Thank you, and a very happy Christmas from us all here at Dreamcatcher Radio.
Try and do your best and get behind that. Sorry, get my headphones back on. Get behind that project. It's a great thing we're doing on Dreamcatcher Radio, helping people. My concert on Sunday, by the way, on the 14th, raising money for underprivileged children. That's at the Cedric Upmack Schooling. My daughter Zoe joining to sing as Amy Winehouse. Yay. And my youngest daughter Luna and her classmates doing a Lucia train, and I'll be doing Rod and Bon Jovi. So there you go. Something for everybody, really, innit? Unless you don't like Rod Stewart, you don't like Bon Jovi, you don't like children, and you don't like Lucia. If you don't like any of those things, then you're a miserable git, aren't you? It's quite simple, really. But I cracked up earlier in the week when I saw this thing in America. Michelle Obama, you know, this is just cracked me up. In a long time, there's been a lot of talk. People have been knocked off, topped, you know, wiped out for saying that they thought it was Michael Obama. And she's got, or he's got, or it's got, or they've got, or we've got. I don't know what the pronouns are, but this cracked me up. A new podcast is called Big Mike, but M-I-C, like microphone. Big Mike, I think he, she, they, them, it, whatever, is really poking fun in the eye of everybody over the years who've said it's Big Mike. I think it is Big Mike, to be quite honest. I'm pretty convinced it's Big Mike, but they cracked me up. And imagine having a radio show when you've been speculation for many, many, many years that you're a man called Michael. And then you go on it and call your podcast Big Mike. I think it's quality. I mean, what's Brigitte Macron going to call hers? Little Mac. Big Mike and Little Mac, because there's obviously no big bulging Little Mac's never area. But you know, right, I'm single now. I've been single for coming up 2 years, and I've not even bothered dating. I've not been interested. You know, it all came as a shock to me, but there we go. And somebody said to me, you want to go on this site, mate? You want to go on this site? You want to have a go on it? A go that's called Flirtiger Granna. This means you're flirting neighbours. And I tell you what, I'm going on a date tomorrow with a bird I met on that. Phew, I already know what's underneath the covers. And it's not Big Mike, I can tell you that much. It's a cracking site. So I'm figuring to myself, well, I'm back in Sweden. The women are absolutely drop dead gorgeous, which they are. And if you want to cheer yourself up, hook up with a Swedish bird. They are the best. It's just that they take their houses. I want to say good evening to everybody listening, or good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well. Christmas is on its way, innit? Oh, God. Oh, don't worry. I'm not playing any Christmas songs. Well, I will do one. I'll do my mate Steve's song a bit later, because his Christmas tune's pretty damn good, actually. I've got to say. In fact, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to play it now. I'm just going to add it now. Bear with me, because it's a proper great. It's breaking the mould of Christmas tunes. I mean, the one, that festering thing that Ed Sheeran did with Elton John was just embarrassing. But this one is actually pretty cool. Steve the Entertainer with an absolute quality Christmas song. I mean, where is it? The 8th of December today, is it? I mean, my God, the year's nearly gone. But this is Steve the Entertainer. I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he's listening today because his missus is over here from Austin, Texas, and he's probably doing the things that I'm hoping to be doing tomorrow. But that's for another story because I know my kids are listening, so I want to keep it clean. Hi, kids. How are you? Good. Here's Steve the Entertainer. Now, you have to check him out. I'm going to play another one of his tracks later called Hurt because the guy's just incredibly talented and he really deserves a break. But this should actually do well in the Christmas charts. So support him. Steve the Entertainer on Spotify, YouTube and all the usual channels. And this is What a Christmas This Will Be. On Dreamcatcher Radio. Steve the Entertainer. Hello.
Every year was just the same, planning gifts and playing games. What a time of year this was, so full of joy and happiness. Now I'll face it on my own, and when I wake there's no one at home. Christmas alone and free, free of time, and free of pain. Will every Christmas now be the same? Oh Lord, will someone hear my cries of pain throughout the year? It leads to this, my greatest fear, being alone, no one to see. What kind of Christmas will this be? Shining light is what I see, a glimpse of magic shining at me, a ray of hope that brightens me. In the darkness is where you met me. You gave me love, you touched my soul. Now our story will be told. No, Lord, will someone hear my cries of pain throughout? It leads to this, my greatest fear, being alone, no one to see. What kind of Christmas will this be? I was praying for someone like you. All my life I really was looking for you. Tried different things, tried different lives, but nothing could touch inside. Felt so cold, felt so empty inside, but you give me everything I need. You are the joy in my life. My soul, everything. The warmth of your heart, the hint of your smile. Baby, you make my life go wild. Oh Lord, I guess you see my cries of pain throughout the year. You took away my only fear, and you gave me someone here. What kind of Christmas will this be? Oh, I got to tell you, girl, you gotta understand, there's no one like you, no one ever in my life. From now all I can see is you and me. Christmas this will be.
Brilliant song, Steve the Entertainer. Two in a row from Steve. Here's one from his album In the Loop. This one's called Hurt. It's all about mental illness, trying to reach out for help, living in hope. Catch Steve live in concert in Spain. Steve the Entertainer on Dreamcatcher Radio. Hurt.
Tell her the truth. Don't twist the past. honest, it wasn't my choice, but you chose this path. I would have been there, you know I would, but your message was clear. I was gone for good. Why you do this? Why can't you see? These things you do has an effect on me. Wish you stopped being this way, and maybe this hurt will go away. And I will always hurt. Always hurt inside. Oh, I will always hurt inside.
Brilliant song. Steve the Entertainer. Support him. Support all of us grassroots performers who around the world would come out every night and would try and entertain you. It's not easy, you know. It's not. But, you know, I'm just looking at this, one of these self-drive cars that caused an accident in a massive traffic jam in San Francisco. It's mad. It cracked me up in the budget when all the pillocks who drive around in electric cars got hammered with 3p a mile. We saw it coming, but they didn't, obviously. The old green drive, it's just mad, innit? I want to talk about HH. We all know him, don't we? That delusional. Well, I'm bringing back my segment of the show called Bell End of the Week in HH. You must have seen him. You're my bell end of the week. You must have seen him on social media. This guy who is pretty grotesque towards women, is groping them, is a king at everything. And now apparently he was at my club, West Ham, and he was released when he was 16 and he was professional. First of all, HH, I've got to fill you in, mate. You're not professional when you're on the schoolboy papers. You're not professional until you sign a contract. Did you sign a contract at 16? No, you didn't. They released you. So then you went off to be an entrepreneur and influencer and make a lot of money. Give him his credit, made a lot of money. And then you've got that guy really ripping him all the time. Oh, this is HH. Baby, I can't fight it because my hands hurting. I mean, this guy, he gets so many views, and then he got banged up, didn't he, for running away from a scene of an accident, and he came back from Dubai and whatever. But now apparently he could play for Manchester City. I mean, he is absolutely delusional. He really is. Is off his trolley, isn't he? There's no other way of saying it. Is off his trolley. HH. If you want to laugh, I don't even know what his handle is on social media. I think it's just HH. Just type in Bell End of the Week, and I think his name comes up, or his profile comes up, because he's a proper. Well, he's just so delusional, full of himself. But he shared a video of him playing football, sliding around, and our friend Joey Barton ripped him a new hole. Fair enough. And Joey's just got off on it. He's just got suspended sentence for. I thought it was quite amusing. I'm going to say it. Pedophiles on bicycles. You're referring to Jeremy Vine, is it? I don't know. But he got 2 year suspended sentence for hurting somebody's feelings, and rapists are walking free. That's another misjustice and miscarriage of justice in our country, isn't it? And now here in Sweden, the guy who raped a 16-year-old girl, he can't be deported because he'd face persecution in his own country, because now he's claiming he's gay. And the Swedish judge said, okay, you can stay in Sweden, mate, and we'll just give you $3,500 a month to stay here. I'm getting sick and tired of it all. And I just want to have some light-hearted conversations now. If you've got any news tips for me, anything funny that you want to share, contact me, Dreamcatcher. It's a Mr. Marmite at Dreamcatcher Radio or hello@dreamcatcherradio.com. I think it's that way around. Or you can take my personal email, which is Rod Stewart Shows, spelt as Rod Stewart, then shows with an S on the end of it, at iCloud.com. Just fill me up, hit me up, give me some interesting stuff to talk about on next week's show, because I'm sick and tired of being miserable. I'm sick and tired about talking about Keir Starmer and what Labour are doing to our country. I'm sick and tired about the persecution of the indigenous 8% white people. We are the minority in the world now, and we should stand up and have a White Lives Matter parade. That's what I think. You know, they do it for everything else, don't they? But they don't do it for us. But talking about comebacks, because HH is on the comeback trail, apparently, and is going to sign for Manchester City, the delusional bell end. For me, probably the best comeback of any British band, if you can call a boy band a band, was when Take That came back many, many years ago, after they'd been out in the wilderness. They came back with this amazing song called Patience.
Just have a little patience. I'm still hanging from a love I lost. I'm feeling your frustration, but any minute all the pain will stop. Just hold me close inside your arms tonight. Don't be too hard on my emotions, 'cause I need time. My heart is numb, has no feeling, so while I'm still healing, just try and have a little patience. I really wanna start over again. I know you wanna be my salvation, the one that I can always depend. I'll try to be strong, believe me, I'm trying to move on. It's complicated, but understand me, 'cause I need time. My heart is numb, has no feeling, so I am still healing. Just time and have a little patience, yeah. Have a little patience, yeah. 'Cause the scars run so deep, it's been hard, but I have to believe. Have a little patience. Have a little patience. Oh, 'cause I just need time. My heart is numb, has no feeling, so I'm still healing. Just try and have a little patience. Have a little patience. My heart is numb, has no feeling, so I'm still healing. Just try and have a little patience.
What a comeback song that was. I mean, what an absolute beauty of a tune. I went to the Circus Tour, actually. I've got to admit this now. I went to see the Circus Tour, one of my daughters, and I went to see Harry Styles, or One Direction back then, with one of my daughters, with the agreement that after we went to see One Direction, who were absolutely shocking, by the way, we had to stay in Gothenburg and watch Iron Maiden, who were amazing. So there you go, I just thought I'd tell you that. But that is one of the best comeback records of all time, I think. Now I'm going to play it. I'm getting a bit mellow with the music today. And just while I was listening to that, a photograph memory came up from when I was married to my lovely ex-wife Patricia, and we were living in Ilietas in Mallorca, and I was decorating the wall. I'm a bit of a builder. I'm a bit of a jack of all trades, which is handy now, seeing as after Christmas there's absolutely no work anywhere for any of us lot. Well, I'm going to England February and March to do a few shows with Pete, Rock and Roll Mercenaries, and a couple of gigs. But I remember I was pointing the wall on the outside of the house because Ulf and Katrina, who are very good friends of mine and Patricia's, we moved out from our apartment. They said, well, use ours for a couple of months before you go back to Sweden. And me being me, I fixed his outside wall because it were an eyesore. And I went out this one particular morning and I saw this derriere. I saw this perfect peach bottom in tiny little white shorts. I might sound a bit pervy here, but I'm not. It was like watching something at the movies. It was just absolutely perfect. She came down the ladders straight over the road from me. It's one where I told you where the neighbours complained about, thought I was singing. It was Steve Winwood and Eric Clapton a couple of doors away. So it's a nice area. And this vision came down the stairs, turned round, and it were Anna Kournikova. And they were at Enrique Iglesias, Julio Iglesias' Mallorca residency, and she was up the wall picking off the oranges. So I thought I'd do a bit of this for you. Let's have a bit of Enrique, you lucky git. Imagine getting stuck up there every day. Oh, dreams would come true, eh? All I want for Christmas is Anna Kournikova.
Would you dance if I asked you to dance? Would you run and never look back? Would you cry if you saw me crying? And would you save my soul tonight? Would you tremble if I touched your lips? Or would you laugh? Oh, please tell me this. Now would you die for the one you love? Hold me in your arms tonight. I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. I will stand by you forever. You can take my breath away. Would you swear that you'll always be mine? Or would you lie? Would you run away? Am I in too deep? Have I lost my mind? I don't care, you're here tonight. I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. I will stand by you forever. You can take my breath away. Just wanna hold you. Oh yeah, am I in too deep? Have I lost my mind? Well, I don't care, you're here tonight. I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. my breath away. And I can be your hero. I can kiss away the pain. And I will stand by you forever. You can take my breath away. You can take my breath away. I can be your hero.
I don't know if you've ever seen Enrique Iglesias live. It is absolutely horrendous. He really is proper crap. Not a patch on Steve the Entertainer or myself, I've got to add. But with the exception of Catherine Zeta-Jones, who I met several times, I'd say that Anna Kournikova is the most naturally beautiful woman. Well, no, actually. I'd say the most beautiful natural woman I've ever met was my second wife, Anne. Incredibly beautiful, typical Scandinavian structure, beautiful creature. But Anna Kournikova is perfection on legs. But Catherine Zeta-Jones has to take the biscuit. Wow, proper fit. Now, I do believe my mate Steve the Entertainer is listening in with Christine, who are still in Spain on the mainland. I don't know whereabouts, probably somewhere around the Costa Blanca or Costa Brava, after his mega successful tour or visit over in Austin, Texas. Lucky sod. And he's copped himself a cowgirl. Yeehaw! Oh, Mallorca. You know, I think I'm going to go back to Mallorca. Actually, I love Mallorca. A couple of my kids were born there. So I think it's a natural progression for me now to revert and go and do my tour, my singing on the wonderful island of Mallorca before all of our freedoms are totally chopped and lost. Oh, we're running out of time today, you know. It's been an absolute pleasure as always having so many of you tuning in to me. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Obviously you do, because a lot of you listening in and a lot of people on the old tiki-toki tuning in. And I was going to finish off with one song, but I know my mate's listening, and I'm gonna do a triple header on today's show, and I'm going to finish off with my good mate Steve the Entertainer, who's over there in Spain. Hello, España. ¿Cómo está? ¿Todo bien? Oh, muy bien. So you have to check him out. You have to look online at YouTube, Spotify, all the usual channels. I really can't go on enough about how good I think this guy is and how much he deserves a break, and for all of his records to just sort of get up there, climb up there, get in the charts. And you know, he's one of us, and he'll never change. I've known him a long time, and he writes from his heart, and his songs are amazing. And I want to wish him all the very best with the new love of his life, Christine, from Austin, Texas. Yeah, I'm going to come and visit over there and get me one of your mates. And this for me is still my absolute favourite track by Steve. A Kind of Love. Thanks for tuning in to Dreamcatcher Radio. Have a great week. And keep away from listening to Christmas songs because they all suck. Listen to Steve the Entertainer instead. And Dreamcatcher Radio.
We talk all night, even through the day. Your voice softly touches my brain. You say don't go crazy, we are just friends. But your voice, it's driving me insane. I see the storms behind your eyes, the hidden wars you try to hide. I can't help loving you, Lord knows I've tried. out my hand to touch your face, then you were gone without a trace. Is this the kind of love, or am I blind? Why did they send you there? That's so unkind. It's not my fault. I feel this way. Ooh, don't ever take this love. Is this the kind of love? Why am I confused? I've been waiting for someone like you. Oh, you brighten up my day when I get a call. Time flashed away when I hear you. My mind goes crazy, full of things to say. So I'll make some songs, it's easier that way. You laugh when I say marry me, but one day you will see I'm just ahead of you, hoping you catch me. I saw a future and you were there. You were laughing and you looked so amazing. I reached out my hand to touch your face, then you were gone without a trace. Or am I blind? Why did they send you there? That's so unkind. It's not my fault. I feel this way. Ooh, don't ever take this love away. Is this the kind of love? Why am I confused? I've been waiting for someone like you. Oh, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm mad, maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm sad, but I know what I feel. I ain't no child. You got my emotion running wild. I saw a future and you were there. You were laughing, you looked so amazing. I reached out my hand to touch your face, then you were gone without a trace.
I hate to talk over the top of this amazing vocalist, but Steve has got a charity where he's going back over to Texas next week to help out the homeless. It's called buymeacoffee.com/SteveTheENV. You're top man, Steve. Enjoy your time with Christine, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for listening to Dreamcatcher Radio. God bless you all. Keep faith in God, and we'll be alright. Well, apart from West Ham, because they're crap.
I'm not saying this to make you crazy, and I don't want you to be sad. You can't help the way you feel. I told you I'll never lie to you. I always say